going to be discussing what's holding you back financially. How do I know? Because I literally have gone through the same exact thing that a lot of you guys are probably going through. And so I want to come on here and to genuinely give some real life um, solutions to why you're feeling the way you are feeling financially. Now, when I say what's holding you back financially, I mean you feel like you're never going to get to the next step. Like you see a vision for yourself, whether that is making $10,000 a month or maybe just making an extra 500 a month, an extra 1,000, or just being able to stay up to date. Stay up to date on your bills. And so when you feel like you're behind financially, it actually goes and spreads through every single part of your life, which is one thing that I didn't realize. And I'm going to talk about that deeply here. And I also want you guys to drop your questions as I'm talking so that we can guide this conversation and I can get you the exact information you need. I just don't want you to watch me because you can just watch the video after, right? It's going to be posted on my channel. I want you to literally ask questions now while I'm here so that we can really get to the bottom of your money issues. Now, the one thing that I want to talk about when I say holding you back is, I mean, you are really in the mindset that you're never going to be where you want to be. You have this idea of where you want to go, how much money you want to make, but it feels like you keep moving forward, but you just keep moving back at the same time, and you're never really making it to where you want to get to. And so I want to bring to your attention that there's nothing external that's stopping you. It's not your friends, it's not your family, it's not even what you do for money, right? That's the crazy part. It's not even, or I guess the shocking part, it's not even the people that are around you that you may feel like, oh, their negative energy is really feeding into me and is making me feel like blah blah blah. Like when I tell you that there are no external sources or external forces that are stopping you from moving forward with money, I want you to fully believe what I have to say. Because if you keep living your life and you leave this live today, when we're finished here, you leave this live and you don't take the solutions that I have written down for you, or you don't feel like applying the work and you just want to let it go, like in one ear, out the other, you're going to continue having the same problem. So I'm not saying I have the solution for you, but I do have some solutions that you can start to apply. So I want you to really, really pay attention to the whole topic. The topic is what's holding you back financially. I just said there are no external sources or external forces stopping you. So I want you to actually get a sheet of paper and a pen. Thank you for the likes. I want you to get a sheet of paper and a pen, right? Because I'm just going to start giving you guys like really legitimate homework in these videos because I want you to like be working through these things, okay? Get a sheet of paper and write down all the things, or just 5 things that you think are currently holding you back with money. And you can even drop some in the comments. Like I said, you can watch this video and just watch it after, but I want you to really be interactive so that I can answer your questions directly. So whatever questions you have, drop them so we can talk about it, all right? But I want you to, either in your phone or your laptop, somewhere, piece of paper, pencil, like get up and get something to write on. What are 5 things you think that are stopping you, right? And so for me, if I were to look back, I would think, okay, the relationship I'm in is stopping me. The job that I have is stopping me. The fact that I can't get a sale in my business yet is stopping me. The fact that, my YouTube doesn't have 100 subscribers yet, stopping me. And I would also say, what other things would I say that just don't really align with me anymore? Thank you for the likes. That the money that I want, I really shouldn't have yet because I'm not really ready for it. Like if I get that amount, what would I do with it? Like I want a certain amount of money a month, but I feel like if I were to actually get that money, what would I do with it? Right? It's very oxymoronic. Doesn't really make sense. But those are the things I would say to myself. And then I had to realize that none of those things are true. Now, granted, if you want to leave your job because you want to leave your job and you feel like you don't want to be there, fine. But we're not going to keep blaming that for holding back ourselves from money. Same thing with the relationship. If you don't want to be in a relationship with someone, that's fine. But we're not going to use that as an excuse of why we don't have the money we want. Okay? Your social media, your social media, right? You might say, oh, I don't have enough followers yet. Yeah, you might not have the subscribers you want, But are you going to use that as an excuse to say that you don't have what you want and that's the reason? No, we're not doing that anymore. Okay. So the first thing I want to say is that you need to realize any external, which means anything outside of you, literally anything that's not you, anything that's not you is not stopping the bag. It's you. So one of the things I want you to work through is I want you to also, on top of the 5 things that you just wrote down, I want you to explain to yourself why they're not the reason, why they're not the problem. And then when you actually start to work through this and you start to say, wow, I have this job, but like, it's not really stopping the money I want to make. It's actually paying me to be here. That's actually kind of cool, right? You start to have a different perspective on the money you're currently bringing in. Hi. So the other thing I want you to do on top of that, thank you for the likes, is write down something that you've been wanting to do or you've been wanting to have or experience, somewhere you've been really wanting to go. Like you keep thinking about it every single day, every single week. Like whatever just popped in your head is exactly what I want you to, that's it. Because whatever's popping in your head is exactly what you need to be working on. Okay, when I ask you a question and you hear the answer in your head and you're like, hey, well, it's actually not that. It's this thing instead. Well, that's not true because the first thing that popped into your head is the answer, always. Okay? So never let that deter you from understanding what the real answer to your question, to my question is. Pay attention to the first answer you got. Don't distract yourself from that, okay? So and someone commented and said, I'm poor. Now, that's another thing that we can talk about really quick is I want us to stop using that language, like plainly, just stop using that language. We don't use the word poor. We don't use the word expensive. We don't use the word rich. We don't use any of those words because they don't really matter when it comes to money. And if you continue to call yourself poor, excuse me, and you hear yourself say that about yourself, what do you think is going to keep happening in your life? So for the people who are serious about changing their money situation and you're calling yourself those things, let's stop that immediately, because not only do we have to stop the things we're doing, we have to add some extra work on top of it. So if you're trying to do inner work and do journaling and do all these things, I'm giving you all the solutions, none of that will matter if you're still calling yourself poor, if you're still forcing yourself to hear bad things about yourself. So it's many layers, but the first one is getting rid of that language. So that's important that you even put that comment, because now I can even talk about that, but you need to get rid of that language and then you need to do the work to get rid of that underlying feeling. And so on top of those 5 things that you wrote, right, and you've explained why they're not the reason, I want you to write down something that you've been wanting to do or wanting to experience, like I said, the first thing that pops into your head. Go with that gut thing. You might be like, well, I kind of want that, but I kind of want this more. No, just start with one thing. Just whatever popped into your head. That's it. Okay. So I want you to either today or this week, go do it. Take some sort of step towards it. Now, for me, when it came to this that I was doing, I did this a few months ago. And I was like, okay, what is something I really want to do? Something I'm kind of interested in doing, and getting a car is definitely one of those things. So I called up the dealership. I scheduled an appointment for like an hour after I called them, and I pulled up and I drove my dream car. Now, a few months later, that's not, and I have a video on my page, this YouTube channel, posted with that, me driving that car, because 1, I wanted to film the experience, but 2, I don't even really want that car anymore, but it did the work it was supposed to. And the work it was supposed to do is to really show me that whatever you want is really in arm's reach. There's always a step you could take towards the thing you want to do. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to go buy the dream car right now and just like put myself into some unnecessary financial situation. Like, I'm not going to do that. But what I will do is I'll go and drive and test drive the car. Right? So what did that do? It opened my mind to not only the process of getting that car, but understanding that I was holding myself back. Nothing on earth was stopping me from calling them 6 months ago. But for some reason, I just felt like, if I can't buy the car, I don't need to touch it at all. No, you can take steps towards the thing that you want. So I want you to do that, to take one step forward. And like I said, do it now. Like, do it today or do it this week. Like, if there's something you've been wanting to do, go pull up to that place and go ask questions about it. You don't have to buy anything. Just ask questions. Hey, I wanted to get a membership here. Let's talk about it. Or I wanted to see if I can get some of these services done. Let's get on a phone call or something, right? Because what that's going to do is it's going to expose you more to the thing that you already want. You don't have to go and do it or buy it outright or go and do anything financial. You just need to expose yourself to it. So that's one thing that's going to stop you from holding yourself back. And you're going to, like, once you do it once, you're going to do it with everything. Like I said in the beginning, when you are holding yourself back financially in one part of your life, you're doing it in multiple parts, like legitimately everywhere. So if you stop it in one part, you're stopping it everywhere. And then if you start putting yourself one step towards the thing that you want in one part, you'll start doing that everywhere. All right. The second thing I want you to do is journal. Why am I scared to spend money? This was a big revelation to me because all the money that I'm like scared to spend, I have. I have an abundance of money, more than I've ever had in my entire life. Yet, I still find myself scared to buy the things that I wanted the money for. So I set this idea of, okay, I need to make this money so I can get this thing. Then I got the money, and then I'm like, well, if I spend that money on the thing that I wanted in the first place, then I'm losing the money. It's not going to be worth it. How do I know I'm going to get that money back? I never know if I'm going to see that money again. I don't know if it's a waste. I just worked so hard to get this money. And if I spend it, then it's gone and it's never going to come back. All those type of things. Okay. So that was my own personal story, but you can write your own. So really journal. Why are you scared to spend money? Why are you scared to use the money for the thing that you want? And the thing about it, right? The thing that you want or that you currently probably are interested in, you could probably afford it right now. Without putting it on a credit card, you could probably afford it right now. So I want you to start to appreciate that feeling and start to say, you know what? I made this money so I could spend it on this thing. I'm going to go enjoy it and spend it on the thing, because guess what? The money is worthless. If I give you $10,000 and I say you can't spend it on anything, you might tell me keep my 10,000 because you can't do anything with it. If I tell you, hey, here's $10,000, do whatever you want, all of a sudden you want it. All of a sudden it's valuable. So it's not really the money, it's what you can do with it. Okay, so when you do get the money, honor that thing that you were going to get. Honor the reason you wanted the money in the first place and go do the thing. This is why I also say, as a fourth thing to do is, before you start working towards a goal, write what you're going to do plainly in a plan before you get it. So that when you do get that money, you already have a plan of what you're going to do with it and you can stick to it. Because nothing's worse than working yourself to get something, and then when you get it, you're scared to spend it. That's called hell. So when you get the money, spend it, enjoy it, spend it. Because like I said, if it sits in your bank account, it's worthless. If I give you $1 million and I say you can't spend it, you would tell me to keep it. If I say here it is, it'll sit in your bank account and you can never touch it or spend it or use it, you would look at me like I was stupid. So I want you to understand what you're doing to yourself and how harmful that is. But these are all the solutions I have for you. Make sure to write those 5 things that you feel like are external that are external that you feel like are holding you back, and write why they're not holding you back. Then I want you to get rid of all that language of like, all like, think about, when you think about yourself, what do you think about? Do you think about the word poor? Do you think about the word expensive? Like, what are those languages that you're using that you know are not good for you? Then I also want you to write down something you've been wanting to do. Go and do it this week or within the next few days, taking a step towards it. You don't have to buy anything. You can just go and explore that thing, right? Let's just say, hey, I know I'm gonna get $10,000 within the next 2 months. So I'm gonna go and ask about this membership to this place that I've been wanting to go to, because I know when I get the money, at least I know exactly what steps to take to get exactly what I want, because I've already explored that option, right? Instead of saying, I'll explore it when I get the money. Okay, stop saying that. Stop putting action behind something in the future, because the now is the only thing that exists. And then the last thing I want you to journal is, why are you scared to spend? Why? Why are you scared to spend? Why are you scared? What's scary about it? And then I want you to be able to work with that. So do all these things today. This video is live, but it's going up on my channel like all my other videos do, in the live section. So in a few minutes, like 20 minutes, come back, watch this video in the live section, and journal it and comment how it's helped you. So I'll see you guys in my next video.